Oh, righty then. Today, I wanted to do a little bit of a retrospective. If you're new here, my name is Lilley. I am a singer-songwriter and poet. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is actually the perfect video to watch because I'm gonna give you almost an overview of everything that I've done this year. And if you see something that you like, go ahead and click that subscribe button. That really helps me out. I appreciate it. So I've been posting on YouTube fairly consistently for actually more than a year. Here's how I did in the last year. First of all, my main goal or objective at the beginning of this year was just to post consistently. I did okay. There were some weeks where I needed a mental health break, so I just took those weeks off. But for the most part, I have 2 videos every month for the last 12 months. One of the biggest or most significant challenges this year really was finding consistency, finding time to edit, right, but also take care of the baby, but also record, but also post and do all of those things while still trying to balance being a dad. That was, I think, the most significant challenge. My baby is not a challenge. Doing all the things was the challenge. With the support of my wife and kind of just blocking out time to make sure that I set time aside, because it's important to me, set time aside to do the things that I want to do for this platform. I think I was able to at least keep something rolling. The other thing is, I was really discouraged at the beginning of this year with my video quality. I see my growth. You might be able to see my growth. So if you do, then, shout out to me. But yeah, so I think that was one of the biggest challenges. Balancing everything and finding a way to improve. What was my favorite performance? I have 2. So there was one last December, literally a year ago, at the Cobra Coffee Shop with Breaking Sound. That one was one of my favorites because a bunch of my friends actually they were able to come out and support me. My sister was there, and it was at a coffee shop. And if y'all don't know how I feel about coffee, I
tiptoe around the word addiction like a minefield.
But my other pick would probably be the show that I did in Delaware with Black Opry. First off, it was the first time I'd done a Songwriters in the Round, but it opened my eyes to what it feels like to perform in a place that really feels like a community. Not saying that I haven't experienced that before, but specifically with my own music, it just felt really welcoming and I had a great time. So I thought of this in 2 ways, so I have 2 answers. The first is I did a birthday party for my friend in Harlem, and I just mentally wasn't there. As a matter of fact, the name of that vlog was How to Perform When You Don't Want To, and the thumbnail was Giving When You Have Nothing to Give. I was really depressed at that point, and I was just having a hard time. So it made the actual act of performing, no matter what it looked like on the outside, it made the actual act of performing really difficult. But then on the flip side, on the logistics side, I'd have to say my time in the Bronx. The information kept changing. Everything kept changing about what was going to happen or what wasn't going to happen. But I'll leave you to go check out that video so you can see all of the details that kind of got flubbed up. Okay, my favorite experience, this is kind of just as a whole, right? Not just the performance, but like showing up, doing what I came to do. And it was actually the workshop that I did up at Smith College in Amherst, Massachusetts. I did a workshop with some of the students of poetry. I did it with the poetry club. That's what it was. It was the first time I had really taught something in a while. Working with those students, with those college students, was phenomenal. So my least favorite experience has nothing to do with the organization, has nothing to do with the person that invited me, has nothing to do with my own performance, has nothing to do with the venue, doesn't even have anything to do with the logistics. It all has to do with something that happened while I was there. When I was at the Bro Experience, we were doing just an event highlighting mental health, especially for young Black boys, and an artist gets up and performs, and in the background they're showing his music video, and there is a naked woman there. I didn't come here to see butt cheeks. That's not what I was here for. I was here to do some poems. My favorite video that I produced this year actually is from a month ago. It was the 4 reasons why I hate poetry slams. The topic, where I was performing, why I was performing there, it all kind of came together to make just a video I was really proud of. My least favorite was recording my poetry EP. My poetry EP is on Spotify and Bandcamp, both of them, because I actually have 2. And I recorded a studio session showing, just the behind the scenes of recording my poetry EP. It was recorded all in my bedroom, all of that stuff. The problem is, at that point, 8 months ago, I didn't really have good lighting, good second camera, and it shows. As a matter of fact, one of the video angles cuts off the top of my head.
I look hideous.
Go watch that video and then roast me in the comments. That's what I would like. So working with the kids was the most memorable because it was the first time that I'd worked with kids again. And I like working with kids. I think that they're fantastic, and hearing their mindset and their point of view is always really refreshing, especially as I get older. It's just great to hear. So the thing I'm most proud of is actually not on YouTube. The thing I'm most proud of is the releases that I have on Spotify and Bandcamp. I put out 2 EPs this year. I put out 3 poems and 5 poems, as well as my demo. I put out all of those things this year, and even though I didn't go 10 toes down in promoting that stuff and recording stuff and getting out 1,000 songs and whatever, I was still proud of the effort that I put into it. And some of y'all are listening. I posted it on my Instagram. I have some listeners, and I have some people who, I ended up as their top artist for the year. That's crazy. So yeah, wow. I think the last thing I wanted to say is what my most popular video was this year. I can answer this in 2 ways. My most popular type of video was my vlog. It's my performance vlog, The Green Room. By far, the most popular video on my channel was my poem, Dear American Christian. And that's because of the controversy. It did 1 million on Instagram. It did some numbers on TikTok and on YouTube, but it by far was my most popular video. For people who like me and for people who think I'm a heretic, they both were there. My goal for next year is actually the same for this year. It's to stay consistent. I realize that consistency for me may look different just because I know that there's some new things that I'm gonna be working on in the new year that I can't wait to tell you, but I'm not ready to tell you yet, so you have to wait. My goal is still to remain consistent and disciplined with how I'm producing videos, what I'm producing videos about, and etc, etc, etc. I realized that I turned off this mic, so I don't know why I'm talking into it. So that's fun. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and let's keep being honest together. Bye. I didn't come here to see butt cheeks. That's not what I was here for.